Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll see one more concept in our machine learning, very small concept and very important thing, that is a model prediction. So in our previous sessions we have seen about model selection and model evaluation, right? So the final output of this particular machine learning is the predictions. Okay, so we'll be giving some data to train the model, and from that the machine will be understanding the patterns and it will be predicting the output. So this model prediction is a process to check the machine learning model generating, or we can say here we are calling it as a prediction, predicting the output. So it is the process of predicting the output for unseen data. Particularly we have to say that for unseen data. So we are training the model with some sort of data, and from that data it have to learn the patterns and it have to predict the output for unseen data. So this is the process. So here there are mainly two types of predictions. Okay, so actually how this prediction happens means the machine learns patterns and relationship, or we can say relations, from known or trained data. So we can write it directly as a trained data, from the trained data. Okay, and there are two types of predictions are there. Okay, types of prediction. So two types of predictions. The first one is classification prediction, and the second one is regression prediction. Two categories, I mean two types of predictions. So we'll say one by one what is a classification and what is a regression, right? So the first category is classification prediction. So here the name itself indicates, here the machine will identify category. So identify, or we can also call it as a predict. So here we are saying it as a predict. So the machine will predict the category. Okay, so example. So we are having a lot of categories, right? Example, real world example, spam mail detection. So what happens here? So first we need to train the model with a lot of data, right? So training will be done. So training data will be some 100 spam mails. We'll be giving some 100 spam mails and some 100 uh, good mails. Okay, good emails, genuine emails. Okay, and now the input, we can give an email, and the output, that is machine predicts whether this email is spam or not spam. So this happens. So this is done by the machine, and this is the training. Okay, so from this one it will identify, okay, from this particular training data it will identify the patterns and relations, and from this particular thing it will learn some information, and using that information it will able to predict whether it is a spam or not a spam. So this is the category. Similar example for this particular category is pass or fail. So we can predict the student performance and we can predict the result of a student. Okay, so either pass or fail. So like that, if the machine identifies or predicts only the category, that is called as a classification prediction. Okay, so let us move on with the second type, that is a regression prediction. Regression, hope you understood. Classification means category, identifying or predicting the category. The second one is regression prediction. Regression prediction. So here the model or a machine will predict numerical value. Right? So rather than it identifies the category, it will identify the numerical value. So example for this one is house price prediction. House price prediction. So here the training will be done here, the training data. So with a lot of information like location, okay, area in the sense in the size of a house, okay, and number of rooms. So based upon this, along with price, okay, so this kind of things, let us take some 100 samples or 1000 samples that will be trained with the model, right? And later after training, the input will be giving any one of this one, right? So area of a house will be given, and the output, that means the machine predicts from this particular feature, it will predict the price. So either it is some 50 lakhs or 60 lakhs or 30 lakhs. So this becomes, I mean, this prediction will be based upon this training data. So here it will be predicting only the numerical value. So here a price. So one more example which gives the numerical value is a weather report. Okay, weather report, weather forecast. So weather forecast is also one more thing, right? One more example where this regression prediction is done, right? So this regression prediction means it will predict the numerical values. So these are the two different categories of predictions, right? And one important thing among these things, these predictions, is very important thing is not always prediction gives 100% correct. So this is particularly, right, not always prediction gives 100% correct, right? And the quality of prediction, so the system will predict, the machine will predict the data, so quality of that prediction depends on the first one, proper training. So the training should be properly done. Okay, if the training is not properly done, the predictions, that impact will be given on the predictions. Next, features used. So these features will be used in our training. So in our previous example we have seen some sort of features has been given for house price prediction. So that means a location, area, okay, and also number of rooms, etc., etc., right? So if the features are not properly selected, automatically the impact will be on the model prediction, right? So the features must be taken clearly. So we have seen these kind of things in our previous session called as a feature classification and feature selection, particularly feature selection. So we need to consider only the important features. So we can also call them as a dimensions, right? So we need to select only the important features and we can ignore the irrespective things, right? So for example, if our machine is trained with some data like house location, house area, and the color of the house. So in that, the color of house doesn't depends upon the I mean, that doesn't give more impact on the price prediction, right? So we can ignore that color of a house. So we can focus mainly on the location and the area as well as the number of rooms, right? So the features are very, very important. And the next one, training data. So this is also similar to our features. So the complete data should be clear. There should not be any missing values, right? So all the already these kind of things we have studied in our feature engineering concept. Okay, I'll post the complete ML playlist in the description. So just go through the feature engineering so you can understand this training data. Okay, and next, model quality. So just previous session we have seen the model selection, right? Model selection, we need to select a model that is the best model, right? So if we fail to select the best model, automatically the impact will be on this particular predictions. Okay, because the final output is a prediction itself, right? So the prediction depends upon these four criteria. Okay, it's a most important thing, right? So some real world examples where we are using this machine learning, uh, real world applications. So just now we have seen a few things. One is a spam mail detection, spam mail detection. Similarly, the next house price prediction, house price prediction, self-driving cars, self-driving cars, face recognition, etc. So there are a lot of real world applications where we are using the machine learning. So in all these cases we will be predicting, I mean the machine is predicting the output, right? So in our session we have seen how the I mean what the model prediction, why it is important, and what are the different criteria that depends on the predictions. I mean on which the prediction depends upon, right? The quality prediction depends upon, and also we have seen real world applications, and two categories or two types of predictions we have seen, that is a classification prediction and as well as a regression prediction, right? Yes, so let's stop here, and if you are having any doubts regarding this one, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. And if you really enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.